Check it out, y'all. This is Larry. I met him at the Iowa 80 2008 Jamboree. Cool dude.
Jamboree.
In
Iowa at the Jamboree.
Listen up.
Saw him out here doing some things to his rig here.
Right.
And he agreed to give me an interview here. Larry, what kind of information can you get a guy thinking about driving?
Information I would give him is you become a driver. Like everybody else will probably tell you, you don't have to spend time out here. But the reason why I've been with the same company for so long, 21 going on 22 years, is because I like trucks. It's just I was a small boy, and once I got out here, I'm out here, you know, like I say, just because that's what I love doing. It's not just for the money, but I always like trucks, and if you can love trucks, you love being out here on the road. That's one reason why I've been doing it so long.
What are some of the things that a person would need to consider before they decide to come out here on the road, though?
Well, you got to make your mind up. This is what you want to do. Some people come out here, and all they think about is the money they can make. But it's more than just money to this job. It's also an all-around thing. Like, it's computers, something like doing, you love it. Trucking is the same way. You got to be able to love everything you do out here. Sometimes it get hard. To me, most times it's easy. But other than that, it's not no sweat off my head, really, you know, as far as me being out here. Right now, I'm on my way to Seattle, Washington for Tuesday morning. So I take a little time. I ain't no big hurry to get there. I can be there by Tuesday morning. So
what kind of tips can you give them? What they need to keep in mind if they decide to drive in order to make their career successful?
Well, first thing is, don't do a whole lot of speeding out here where you shouldn't be speeding, because you end up with tickets. Make sure your logbook is always up, because some of them fines, like out on the west coast of California, they can hurt you. Take food out of your mouth. Like I say, just keep yourself together overall, knowing what you're supposed to do. You find out things go real smooth out here.
Right. And plus, like I was telling them, the better your record is, then the more marketable you are. And if you don't like it where you are, then you can go to another good company. Right.
And like I say, you know, like what you're saying, the main thing is keep them tickets off your record, because you get a lot of tickets. A lot of companies won't hire you until you get them tickets off your record. You can go to a company with one ticket, maybe two. Yeah. But you apply with three, it's gonna be real hard for you unless you really know somebody.
And if you get more than likely the company that hires you, you're not going to like the job, the reason that they hire you anyway.
Exactly, that's right. Especially if you got three tickets.
Because that means they hire anybody, because they can't keep
can't keep a driver. They need somebody to move that truck. But that truck ain't moving, you make no money.
Right. You've been there 20 years. I guess you would recommend that company, wouldn't you?
I would, yeah.
Who you leased on to?
It's a family-owned business, and like I say, they know everybody by name, and like I say, your name, not a number.
Right. Who you leased on to? Hey.
I'm a company driver.
Oh, you're a company driver?
Yeah.
Oh, so you would stay A.N. Weber?
A.N. Weber. Been with them 21 years.
21 years?
21, and like I say, you know, but if I need time off, I can get time off. I don't have no problems.
Right.
As far as getting time and stuff off. And if I need to be home, you know, you tell them you need to be home, give them plenty of time so they can get you home. Not a last minute thing. You say, oh, I'm supposed to be home. I'm supposed to be home. Right. You give them some time, so that way you can get you home.
Yeah, that's one of the things I touch on too.
Yeah,
because you know, the nature of the job. You have to plan ahead and be proactive, and even if you tell the guy that you need to be home a certain time, if you do it a month ahead like you should, you still need to remind him again when you come up to that date.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Remind them about 2 weeks out. If you got it, remind them a week out, because some people forgetful.
Right. Well, and you know, and they might ain't no telling how many people they working with on the board. They can't, can't remember all of it. It's best, anyway. It's in your best interest to remind them and not just assume that they gonna remember.
That's right.
But tell me how you got started driving, Larry.
Oh, I started back in '77. Now, started in a dump truck for 6 months. Then joined the Army when I was 17, turned 18 in basic training. And I went to the truck driver school in the Army. I drove trucks in the Army for 6 years. And that's how I really learned how to really drive 18-wheelers. And if I got the service, I went right back into it, driving local in El Paso, around town in El Paso, driving local, the cab over, got a lot of banking experience in El Paso. Like I said, running local for a year. Then after that, I worked for the APs for about a year and a half, driving 200 miles out of night, 200 miles back in, and working for a year and a half. And after that, then I decided to make a move. Came over here to this company. Been here ever since 1986, October 86. Been up ever since.
What is it you like most about driving?
I like the whole 9 yards. I mean, you gotta, like I say, you gotta like it.
Yeah.
And you gotta like trucks. If you don't like trucks, you ain't gonna like driving.
Right.
You gotta like trucks. There's more to it than just out here making money. A lot of people think about the money.
Right.
But you gotta like trucks.
Yeah, it's a whole, it's a
like
lifestyle.
Trucks,
it's a lifestyle, really.
It is a lifestyle, and it's a living. But if you don't like trucks, you're not gonna make it out here.
Yeah.
Some people, like I say, some people say, I'm gonna go drive a truck so I can make some money.
Right.
Yeah, you can go out and drive a truck.
If that's the only reason, you might end up pretty unhappy.
You will, yeah. That's how I say it. But the thing about me is I like trucks, so that's why it don't bother me, you know.
Right.
I come out, most of the time I'm out here about 320 days a year.
You got a wife and kids and whatnot at home?
Nah. I got a wife, no kids.
Oh, okay. How do y'all deal with you being out on the road?
Well, she worked for the airline.
Oh.
And before she went back to work for the airline, I mean, when I was out here on the road, she was at home.
Right.
So she told me she was gonna work for the airline. I thought about it, and I said, well, you know what? I said, I'm away from home, maybe about 21 days of the month, maybe sometime 25.
Right.
And I said, well, I'm out here on the road, she at home. So I said, but if she gonna go work for the airline,
both of y'all away from home anyway.
You're away from home anyway, and like I said.
Yeah.
And when I go down through Atlanta, I stop in and see her. Then when she off, she comes back home, you know, to Texas.
Yeah, so it kind of works out for y'all.
It worked out pretty good. I was there for the 4th of July weekend for 4 days, so you know that was time requested.
Right.
Actually, I requested 3 days, so they gave me 4, which is even better. So
yeah.
So it works out. It works out.
Gotcha. I got you.
Yeah. So like I said, the thing about this job is you gotta like it. I mean, you know.
Well, you gotta, like I say, you know, it's not for everybody. You gotta take a look at what it really means to be a driver.
Right.
Then you gotta take a real look at your situation, and then you gotta just compare it. You know, make sure that what it requires to be a trucker is compatible with what your situation is at home.
Right.
And you go from there.
Yeah, really. And if you got a family, you know, you got some guys who might got a wife and 3, 4 kids, and might be scraping the barrel, and they might say, I'm gonna go drive a truck. Well, the thing is, once they get out here, they don't like it, and then they try to get something close to home. It's hard.
Yeah, yeah.
Because I see guys come over here, you know, over here like for at least about 10 days.
Right.
But it's time to bring you home in 5 days, 6 days. And like, and back to what I was saying, sometimes you know, these guys they come over here, they be out here maybe 10 days. And they won't kind of get back home, and then they get back, they quit.
Right.
They find out trucking ain't for them. This thing but the money part.
Yeah.
It's the thing but the work part.
Well, that's exactly why I did this site, Larry.
Yeah, and I seen all this stuff. I mean, I seen it more than once or twice.
I did too. That's like, yeah.
I knew one guy took on the road about 10 years ago, and you know, he had a wife and 2 kids, and he was flipping the barrel. I know he was.
Right.
And he said, well, I want to drive trucks. I want to make money, you know, take care of my family.
Right.
That's cool. And once this guy got on the road, it seemed like every hour after the hour, he had to be calling home, checking on his wife.
Hey, I used to try, when I first started driving, you've been driving longer than me, you try to run with somebody, they say, hold on, I got to stop and use the payphone. I got to use the payphone.
Yeah, and I told him, I said, man, look, I said, we keep on stopping, you got to call home. I said, you got better off staying home. I said, we can never get the job done.
Yeah, Larry, I know what you mean. And that's one of the things I tell them. I say, if you already got a shaky relationship and you already got problems in your relationship, do not come out here. If you care about your relationship and you want it to work, don't come out here on the road.
Don't come out here. Because the time you get back home, it might be fell apart.
Yeah, it's hard. It's hard on people who already got a good relationship. You know what I'm saying? If they don't really. And another thing that I advise people to do, if you can, is to take your spouse out here on the road with you.
Sometimes, that's right.
Yeah, for at least, you know, for
mine now.
Oh, you we're gonna cut. Let them answer this personal call.
Larry hitting y'all with the gems.